The Adventure of Nibbles the Brave Mouse, a story for kids. The little mouse with a big heart in a quiet corner of Maplewood Forest. Beneath the roots of an old oak tree lived a tiny mouse named Nibbles. He had soft gray fur, big curious eyes, and a twitchy nose that always seemed to be sniffing out adventure. While most mice preferred staying close to their cozy burrows, Nibbles dreamed of the world beyond the forest. Everyone in the mouse village said he was too small to do anything big. But Nibbles believed that bravery wasn't about size, it was about heart. Without it, the forest's magic will fade. A call for help. One bright morning, as Nibbles nibbled on a crumb of walnut bread, a bluebird swooped down from the sky in a panic. Nibbles! The river stone has been stolen. The riverstone was a glowing gem hidden deep in the heart of the forest. It kept the water flowing, the trees growing, and the forest animals safe. Now it was gone, and the forest was already beginning to darken. Nibbles stood up and declared, "I will find the riverstone and bring it back." The other mice gasped. "But you're just a mouse," said Elder Whiskers. "Have you seen anything strange?" "Yes," Nibbles said, "but I'm a brave one." Into the wild, with a tiny satchel, a piece of cheese, and a shiny button for a shield, Nibbles set off. He crossed bubbling brooks, climbed tall toadstools, and squeezed through thorny hedges. On the second day, he met a grumpy toad named Grumble. With a squeak of courage, he flung it at the spider's face, causing it to recoil. Then he used a twig to slice through the web and escape. "What do you want, little fussball?" "I'm looking for the riverstone," Nibbles said boldly. Grumble blanked. "I did see a shadowy creature heading toward Dark Hollow. I can lead you to it ... for a price." That was all Nibbles needed. He thanked Grumble and hurried toward the dangerous swamp known as Dark Hollow. The spider's web before he could escape, a spider with 8 glittering eyes appeared. In the heart of Dark Hollow, Nibbles walked straight into a giant spider's web. "Another snack caught in my trap," it hissed. Nibbles was trembling that he remembered his button shield. In the deepest chamber, lying atop a pile of bones, was the riverstone, and beside it, a sleeping beast. The fox's trick deeper into the woods, Nibbles met a sleek red fox named Vexley. "I hear you're chasing the riverstone," the fox said slyly. "What do you want?" Nibbles asked. The badger roared and chased him all the way to the cave mouth, but Nibbles squeezed through a crack too small for the beast. The rivers flowed again. The trees stood tall. The birds sang with joy. They'd hear the story of Nibbles the Brave, the mouse who saved the whole forest. "A bite of your cheese." Reluctantly, Nibbles gave up his last piece of cheese. Vexley grinned, then pointed toward a mountain cave. "In there. But beware, it's guarded by the beast of Stonefang." The final test, the cave was dark and echoing. Nibbles crept forward, heart pounding. It was a badger, ancient and massive, with fur like night and teeth like daggers. Nibbles didn't run. Instead, he quietly climbed a rock, reached for the glowing stone, and accidentally kicked a pebble. The beast stirred. Nibbles leapt onto its back, slid down its tail, grabbed the riverstone, and dashed toward the exit. A hero returns with the riverstone glowing brightly in his paw. Nibbles returned to Maplewood Forest. The mice of the village cheered as Nibbles placed the stone back on its pedestal. "Nibbles, you're not just brave, you're a hero," said Elder Whiskers. And from that day on, whenever a young mouse said, "I'm too small,"